Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of I'm a Statman, joined, as always, by friend of the podcast, Mr. Andrew Stats Dalton. How's things, Andrew?
Very well, thank you. Very well, thank you. Obviously, a bit disappointed with the result on Monday. I lose track of days. All the games are all over the place. Yeah. But again, I thought we played well. We had chances in the second half, and I think it gives them something to look forward to. I know I've got a tough run of fixtures coming up in April, but I think the games that you want to be involved in. And we've got, 11 games left, I think it is now. And let's go out and give it our all and see where we finish.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I mean, we're probably just looking back quickly at the game against West Ham. We probably should have won that game. Yeah. We on probably 90 times out of 100, we would have probably won that game with the amount of possession and decent chances we had. Couple of potentially dodgy decisions. I don't know what your views were on them, Andrew, in terms of the first of all, the offside was did Bamford touch it? Was he actually offside? Then the penalty as well, which was debatable. Yeah. Ball going out of play for Rafinha's cross.
Sort of chronologically, the offside is ludicrous to me. I think it's virtually impossible to see, even with VAR. The penalty, I think Luke Ayling gives the referee an option to point to the spot, and it's not one you're going to get overturned, unfortunately. The one for Rafinha, I think the ball was just out of play. But I think, and the players know, they've got to defend better from set pieces because it's becoming a bit of an Achilles heel. And I'm not going to slate any players because we had a brilliant season. We're going into these games with the majority of the championship squad that won the league last year into a higher level. To be where we are is fantastic. I think it's just a question of learning lessons along the way and be better for it. And I think the real test league could be next season, that second season, because you don't want to do kind of what Sheffield United have done and sort of have that second season syndrome, really.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Just out of interest, I can't remember, what was your prediction for the West Ham game? You didn't get another one right, did you? I don't think.
No, I sat on the fence.
You went to draw.
No, I went draw. Yeah.
I said 2-2.
It could have been a draw. Quite easily could have been a draw.
Could have been.
But I think when you 2-0 down at half-time in a Premier League game against a side who are going for the Champions League, it's always going to be tough. But fair play to David Moyes for coming out in the presser afterwards saying we didn't play well and Leeds didn't let us play well.
I'm a statman.
So move on to lunchtime kickoff Saturday. We've got Chelsea. I've seen a couple of announcements this evening with regards to lineups and whatnot. We've obviously got Rodrigo back and Phillips unscathed. They made it through Monday night, so they're available. We'll also see Koch as well and Shackleton back.
Yeah, I put an interesting stat out that our 4 signings in the summer, Koch, Llorente, Rodrigo and Rafinha, haven't played together all season. That is unbelievable. And we're into now game 28 of the season. Pardon me, game 28 of the season, and it's amazing that for injury here, there, and everywhere, they haven't had but Bielsa's not had his settled 11 out all season, and again, that's amazing to see where we are in the Premier League, and it's great that Koch will be involved in the reserves on Monday. Then I think we go to Fulham on Friday, I think, and touch wood, please win in London, Luke, please win in London. Yeah. I am sick and tired of this London record bringing out the stats for London, and we've got one last chance this season. And knowing that, Brentford will probably get promoted to another team in London. So we're coming to sort of the business end of the season. Players will come back from injury. I do have to say I do feel sorry for Adam Forshaw because I don't know when the light is at the end of the tunnel for him. I know he's battling so hard at the moment, and I'd love to see him back by the end of the season. But apart from that, Hernandez, I think, will be back soon. And obviously Robin Koch will play for the under-23s on Monday.
What's up with Struijk at the moment? I see he's unavailable. Has he picked up a nick somewhere?
Yeah, he came off against Villa, if you remember, the other week. Yeah. And I don't think he's got an injury. I don't think they've disclosed what the actual injury is. Right. But I think another player for me has done really, really well in his first full season, I would say, with the club. He started, of course, at Liverpool on the opening day of the season. But it'd be nice to see the full squad and what the full 11 can do with Rodrigo, with Rafinha, with Llorente and Robin Koch in the side. So, look, we'll get through this game against Chelsea on Saturday lunchtime, and then go to Fulham on Friday night. And then we have an international break, which everybody hates. And then we've got Sheffield United at home. So we've got some games coming up that presents Leeds an opportunity to get some more points on the board.
Absolutely, and you quite rightly say the tough April that we've got City, Man United, and Liverpool. I think three not in that order, but I know we play all three in April. They are the games you want to be involved with. They're the games as Leeds United players they want to be involved with as well, and probably want to test themselves. Just as much as the games against Sheffield United. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. I certainly think with Liverpool might rest players, because I think their best hope is to get into the Champions League is by winning the competition. So I don't know when the games fall and how the next rounds of the Champions League and the latter stages fall within those dates. So that might present Leeds with an opportunity to possibly get a result against Liverpool in April. But these are the games, even as a fan, these are the games you want to be going to. Obviously, I know at the moment we can't with government restrictions and what have you. But these are the games you look forward to when the fixtures come out in the summer. The Liverpools, the Manchester Uniteds, the Man Cities, the Chelseas, the Tottenhams. And yeah, these are the games, even as a supporter, that really whet the appetite for the remainder of the season and the games you want to be involved in.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. So yeah, we've talked about team. We've talked about Chelsea a little bit. Chelsea, are they? I mean, they're in a bit of form, aren't they? I think they're going to be a real tough team to beat. And I know you'll probably come on some stats around them coming up to Yorkshire in a moment. But since Tuchel's took over, they're really difficult to beat. They're not winning games 10-0, 7-0 and stuff, but they're a really difficult, strong, structured side to beat.
Yeah, and there was a lot of sort of hearings when Lampard got the sack that a lot of people came out in his defence saying he shouldn't have been sacked. But you look at Thomas Tuchel's record at the moment, it's fantastic. And okay, they're not battering teams out of sight, but they're playing very well at the moment. And I really think it's going to be a tough game for Leeds. And he's got them well organised, he's got them winning games. And it'll present a tough test. But as I said previous, this is the game you want to be involved in against sort of the top six in the Premier League.
I'm a statman.
Right then, Stats. So we'll come to the part of the show that we do every week. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of a rhyme here for you to just see if I can get that little schoolgirl giggle out of you again. So we're going to try and get some crazy. I think I did crazy last week. Let's go with give me a good adjective that I can use for your Stats, and I'll try and do some rhyming with it.
Oh God. Cracking. Memorable doesn't memorable work.
Let's forget it. Let's just go with you've got some great stats on the Chelsea.
I can't think of anything on the spot. Yeah.
Go for it. What have you got for us this week then, mate?
Well, amazingly, and this shocked me actually when I was looking into it. So I always like to look if a team's beaten Leeds when the last time they did the double and what have you. Chelsea obviously last did the double over Leeds in season 88-89, which is unbelievable considering even to the back end of the Premier League seasons that we weren't great and Chelsea obviously got taken over by Abramovich. But in the top flight, Chelsea haven't done the double over Leeds since the 1935-36 season, which is absolutely quite incredible for even in the 70s that it never happened. And then I think it was in 31-32, the previous season before that. So we never done the double 3 times over Leeds United, which shocked me quite a bit. Patrick Bamford will reach 100 games. On Saturday, so the 10th member of this current squad, which I think off the top of my head is the most since the O'Leary era, which is fantastic. Obviously, Marcelo is celebrated 1,000 days in charge today, the first head coach to do so, head coach / manager to do so since Simon Grayson. And should Bamford score against Chelsea, touch what he will, because he knows he likes to score against his former clubs, he'll become the first Leeds player to score home and away against the Blues in the Premier League since Mark Viduka did it in season 2000 to 2001. So yeah, some stats to look forward to, and hopefully Leeds can push on and you never know, get 3 points. So we'll make people stop worrying and losing it a little bit on social media.
yeah, let's hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
I don't want to. I mean, we keep saying we don't like using the term free hit, but these games against the top 6 when we're a newly promoted side, we've got to be realistic. We've got to be, as a fan base, as a club, we've got to understand that we're not going to be challenging the likes of a team who've signed the best 2 German internationals on the planet.
Correct.
So yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I think it's a good opportunity to give ourselves a test. We've got some good players coming back, and yeah, just want to see a good game really, and don't want to get hammered. I just want to see some good football, which you do see from a Marcelo Bielsa side, and we'll test them at times, but I'll play a bit of devil's advocate here. I can't see us getting a win. Is what I'm trying to say. I think.
And look, I'm always honest. I'm always realistic, and I think these aren't the games we're expected to win. We're a newly promoted side. We've had a brilliant season so far. I think if you look at the fixtures, the likes, and no disrespect to the Fulhams and the Sheffield Uniteds, they're the games you're hoping as a fan that you can pick up points more than the Chelsea game. I think it'll be a tough game too because we've got them playing. Timo Werner's starting to play really well for Chelsea, and he's got them going as well as Thomas Tuchel. So I think it will be a tough game at Elland on Sunday lunchtime.
Go on then, predictions.
I don't like to be negative. I hate being negative, but I think Chelsea just have a bit too much for us on Saturday. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Blues. Please don't hate me. I'm just trying to be realistic and honest.
Yeah. I caused a bit of an uproar on the pod last week because a couple of lads went against a Leeds win, and I was like, I just can't bring myself to do it. So I'm still not going to go against it. I think we'll hold out for a draw. I don't, but that's what I'll say.
I'll take that. I'll be delighted with that.
Yeah, hold out for a draw. I'm going to go for 2-2 again. I think I went for the same score against the Hammers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say 2-1. Yeah. All right. Right then, the last part of the show where we try and test you, I'm going to actually make this a little bit more difficult for you this week because I can think of 5 easily. So you should be able to think of 5 absolutely easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 5 forwards, wingers or strikers who've played for both.
Oh. Striker, you've got me now. David Rocastle had a spell with Leeds, God rest him, with Chelsea. Torre Andre Flo. Played for both Leeds. Did Izzy Brown actually play for Chelsea? Has he played a game for Chelsea?
I wouldn't class him as a forward.
I'm trying to think of other forwards because I've got other players that have played for both.
Do you want me to give you one?
Yes.
Cashel-Bank.
Of course, Jimmy. Like other players that I can think of. Obviously, Tony Dorigo has. Jody Morris has.
There's another one that's playing for Leeds now.
I'm going to kill myself here, aren't I?
You mentioned him already.
Bamford! Bamford!
The missus wouldn't have been happy.
It's amazing how the mind works. Yeah, it's amazing how the mind works. I can think of all the historic stuff. Yeah. When it comes to the now stuff, your mind just has a blank.
Yeah.
I've lost count. Oh, we're nearly there.
I think we're on 4 now between us. So
I can't really count Poyet, although Poyet did play in a friendly for Leeds.
Oh, Wise.
Wise, yeah. Let's not go there. There is probably another off top. But as I said, there's other players. It's not a very big transfer between Leeds and Chelsea. Amazingly, the last transfer between the two clubs was Jody Morris in June 2003.
Right. You got Robert Green. He featured last week as well.
Him with his little finger.
Yeah. But he put his full kit on to go lift the cup for him, didn't he? In the UEFA. If
you can earn a living like that, it's all right for some, isn't it? Ross Turnbull, another goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Played at Leeds. I think he might have played one game for Chelsea. So yeah, there probably is another forward out there.
Easy. We'll have a look into it, and we'll get you to comment on it when you've done a bit of research. But that's it for now. Then, Stats. Yeah. Thanks ever so much again, as ever, for joining us.
No problem.
This will be probably going out either tomorrow night or Saturday morning. Just keep your eyes open. And if anybody wants to get in contact with Stats, he's at LUFC Stats. always good to watch and look into.
Yes.
And I'd say give him a retweet, but you can't, so I have to tweet it for him now and just credit him.
I'm a stat man.
And
All
just
right.
a word for everyone out there, listen to the Romario Viera interview that you all done. Fantastic.
Cheers, Stats. That was really good. What a nice young man he is.
Yeah, comes across really well.
Does
Really well.
Cheers then, Stats. Take it easy. We'll speak next week after the Chelsea game.
Take care, Luke.
Take care, mate.
See you later. Take care.
Bye.
I'm a stat man.